Hello BookTube! It's the end of November, which means it's time for another book wrap-up. This month I ended up reading 3 books. All 3 of them were audiobooks. The first one was a middle grade book called Nightmares by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. The book is a boy named Charlie Laird who's having trouble accepting the fact that his dad has moved on since his mother's death. They end up moving into his stepmom's house and he has all sorts of nightmares while there. This book was of course read by Jason Segel, who did a fantastic job with all the different voices. As someone who is a very active dreamer, I really appreciated the descriptions that they used in regards to the dreams and fears and nightmares. They all felt very accurate. Nightmares is the first in the series, and I enjoyed it enough to continue on. I gave Nightmares 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. The second book I read was Too Late by Colleen Hoover, and my husband and I listened to this on the way to and from YALLFest. I may make a separate video for this one because I feel like I have a lot of thoughts on it. From the beginning to about 3/4 of the way through the book, I was feeling like it may have been Colleen's best work. It was very uninhibited. It started getting a little over the top for me as she started adding on epilogues and epilogues to her epilogues, but it is very different than her other work, so much so that she used C. Hoover instead of Colleen Hoover. It's very dark, and I think it's really important to note here that if you are at all triggered by any kind of violence or assault, then you probably may want to steer very, very clear from Too Late. The book was written in alternating perspectives of 3 different characters. Sloane, the main character, finds herself stuck in an abusive relationship, and they explain why throughout the book. The story actually had a little bit of a thriller/suspense vibe for me. And the last book that I read for the month of November was The Happiness of Pursuit by Chris Guillebeau. This was a nonfiction book about the happiness that can be found in the pursuit of quests. There were a lot of great examples. The book defines how quests are different from goals, and there's a bigger sense of mastery involved, and they can be lifelong quests. The author included lots of examples, and he even provides some ways to get started on your own quests at the end of the book. It was really fascinating to hear some of the different stories of quests that people have gone on, especially because quests are so meaningful to the individual. So something that I really wouldn't care about, someone spent their entire life trying to accomplish. So I think that's really interesting. I also gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. If I introduced you to a book you haven't heard of before, please be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.